did pay for it, because one of the things we thought was very important is that we do things in a fiscally responsible manner. This administration, the past Congress, has run up huge debts for this country, so we adopted a principle that says we should make sure that we don't run up huge debts for our children that they will inherit as a result of our irresponsibility. So that's why we want to make sure we pay for it. There were two components in the bill. One was making sure to eliminate some of the additional subsidies that go to Medicare HMOs as opposed to regular physicians within the Medicare program. There's no reason that HMOs should be given more of a tax break compared to regular physicians under the Medicare program. So that was one component. Another component was an increase in the tobacco tax. We thought that was an important win-win on the health care front. Obviously, there's going to be a difference of opinion on that issue, but the fact of the matter is it would have the effect both of reducing children's smoking, and this is part of a children's health initiative. The Surgeon General has found very clearly that increasing the price of tobacco products also has the effect of fewer children smoking, and to use that revenue to help provide children's health care. And so we advanced what we thought was a very balanced proposal. If other people had other ideas for how to pay for it, we invited them to come up with them. We didn't get any takers on the other side. They clearly decided this was not a priority. So again, this goes to the question of priorities. Medicare HMOs and tobacco companies on one side versus providing more affordable, accessible children's health on the other side.
I'll answer your question too. I don't know as much about the ins and outs of the congressional budget yet, but I will. I serve as one of the ranking members on the Budget Committee. I very much see a budget as a moral document. It is a reflection of what our priorities are and what matters to us. So when I go in there and I hope to work on the budget, to be able to redirect our priorities where they need to be. We have plenty of money. This is America. It's about what we spend it on. And I think that we should spend it on our children. I hope to go in and do something about the very wasteful earmarks that we often see get passed. We could probably use a few of those. It's really not all that expensive. It's not that expensive to do this program. In light of the entirety of the budget, it's not going to take that much to expand this program and make it what it needs to be for our times. It got to the president's desk and got vetoed. So at this point, if we can get a president who would also get behind it, it would be very helpful. And we'll be working to do that.
My question is, how many Senate seats do the Democrats need to get so that we can get something passed?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question, because a lot of people in this country do not realize that even though Democrats have 51 senators who caucus with the Democratic Party in the United States Senate, you need 60 votes these days to get anything remotely controversial through the United States Senate. 60 votes, not 51. Everyone figures from their civic classes, you got 100 senators, 51 votes, that'll do it. But because of the rules in the Senate, we've seen a lot of obstruction, obviously, on the other side. And so mathematically, in order to get to 60, you need 9 more Democrats. But I think that the Democrats will pick up new seats in the Senate, just like we're going to pick up more seats in the House, because people are very frustrated with the status quo. And I will say that despite the progress that we've made on a lot of issues in the new Congress, many of us are also frustrated that we've not been able to go farther on issues just like the one we're talking about today, on this issue of children's health. And we're all hopeful we're going to get a president that will support this effort. If for some reason we don't, we're still going to need reinforcements in the House and the Senate to override a veto. And obviously the more votes you have, the better. But we're all hopeful that we won't have to get that far and that we will have a strong president of the White House who will support this initiative.